Good morning, beautiful souls. I think it's lunchtime, but anyway, good afternoon, whatever time of day it is. How are you all? I'm going to sit outside and do our reading for the week ahead today. We had some beautiful rain come over during the night and just feel like really wanting to connect with outside at the moment. I don't know how you guys are going. I hope you're all well. As always, thank you all so much for subscribing, liking, sharing, doing all that positive stuff. I really, really do appreciate it. I have a sneaky suspicion that the messages may not be hugely different from the June reading, collective reading that I did a couple of days ago and stuff, but there's lots of ascensions happening at the moment. Me personally, I'm noticing that I wouldn't say being tested, so to speak, but I'm really experiencing the lower vibe energies around at the moment that are trying to infiltrate and stuff like that. So I've had to up my ante. I have to up my energetic game, so to speak. So if you are feeling a little bit of discord or anything right now, please, like I always say, take it easy on yourself. Do the relevant energy work. Look after yourself. Do the right thing. You know, I think what's going to happen is over the next course of the next few weeks is that we're really being encouraged to really look after our physical vessels, our holistic selves. We all should do it anyway, but it's just something with the energy at the moment. Yeah, just be mindful of what battles you try to fight. But anyway, we're not going to waffle on. I'm going to get stuck straight into it because I'm keen to know what Spirit has for us ourselves. I've been getting such profound messages, insights, visuals, auditories, so much through meditation at the moment. It is blowing my mind. So if you've been experiencing the same thing, please make sure that you're writing all your insights down or taking note of it some way. Be more productive and proactive than reactive and all that sort of jazz. But yeah, let's just see where this goes, eh? And yeah, you probably saw my post yesterday. You know, we've got the 3D reality right now. The majority of people that I've been reading for are jumping into the 4D reality. And, you know, you may jump between the 3D and 4D for a little bit. But people like myself and other light workers out there, we're jumping into the 5D. So that's going to take a lot of assertiveness, a lot of personal self-care and self-love especially. So yeah, anyway, let's get into it. I'm going to ask Spirit to use all my senses safely, securely, for protection, to offer the collective consciousness, myself included, something we need to help us move forward. One jumped out before I actually did my little calling in of Spirit, and Spirit want us to know that the answers we need are coming. If you go back and watch my previous videos, or you know, you're new to this, go check out the other ones because this card keeps coming out. So the answers that you need are coming. A lot of the answers are being birthed from within. So you're actually receiving your own answers to any type of question that you have. I've got a choice to make at the moment myself, and it would have been so easy for me. My 3D, 4D self would say, what do you think? What do you think of this? What do you think I should do here? And what do you think here? But my 5D consciousness that I'm merging into is sort of saying, Danielle, you know what to do. You know the answers. You know, what do you want? Do your shit type of stuff. So, yeah, please just go really easy on yourself if you are having a bit of a head fuck or a heart fuck, either which way. But I'm noticing this a lot in my private readings as well. So I love it that people come to me just for the validation, because I don't know half these people, but Spirit know them, obviously, and they can see everything that's the best possible outcome for you. So if you do want to book a reading and get your own insight and clarity, please by all means do so. All the links are always down below. But please know that if the answers don't come from within you right now, you will experience situations or dynamics around you at the moment, which, you know, will clearly give you your answer. You'll certainly know where you stand anyway. So yeah, the answers you need are coming. Yeah, see, we still got I'll get it together. What do you need to release? And I think that's what we're all still doing at the moment. I go back and watch the June one because I don't really want to repeat the same old message. So go back and watch that one if you're interested. But we are still in a releasing and replacing stage on a collective level. It is going to be amped up with the full moon tonight too. So, you know, it could bring the werewolves out or it can actually allow you to step into the unknown a little bit more, especially if you have got the answers or you're receiving the answers through intuitive downloads and all that sort of stuff. But we are in a releasing time. So nothing's going wrong. Everything's going right. It's just the willingness of you as to whether you're going to go with these changes and these adjustments and all this sort of stuff and take the answers that you need and apply them to your life, or whether you're going to resist them by getting in your head too much and trying to work it all out. You know, it's going to be very, very independent, but I still will put my hand on my heart and say the second half of June is going to be very, very significant when it comes to karmic cycles beginning. So you're either going to get your karmic reward. Right now, I think a lot of people are going through their karmic cleanup. So yeah, we've got look at the bigger picture. So if you haven't got a bigger picture for yourself, now's a perfect time to start really projecting out to the universe what you want in the coming 6-12 months. Some people do like to set 5-year plans. I don't like to do that because so much can change. Because sometimes you feel like you're losing control when other elements step in and try to take over. But we're being really encouraged. I think I said this the other day too about maybe starting up a new vision board or doing more visualization and using our imaginations for what we want, not what we fear. I know it's difficult in the current energies because we're meant to be facing our fears and doing it anyway. That come through last night as well after my meditation. It's like basically they just kept saying, you know, time waits for no one. So don't sit back and wait for anyone either. That's really important. But that's part of this releasing, you guys. So you're releasing old habits, old lifestyles, people, places, things, addictions, connections, all that sort of jazz. You're not off path. You're not off path. But it's really important that even when you're going through the thick of it and you're feeling pretty shitty and, you know, you feel like everything is going against you and the world's falling apart and all that sort of stuff, it's really important that you use that personal discipline, especially when it comes to your thoughts, your energy, your time, all that sort of stuff, to gently turn that over and have a look at the bigger picture. What does that look like for you? What does it smell like? Who's included in that? How much money have you got in the bank? What kind of car are you driving? What's your lover look like? What's this? What's that? Like, go into the visualization. So, but yeah, I'm not going to take away that change is hard, but I think I said that in the community chat yesterday. I'd rather go through the pain now and commit to the shift and the change than spend another 10, 15 years, you know, experiencing the same old crap. So it's time to make a choice, guys. But either which way, the answers you need are coming in one way or another. So just take heed on that. We also got a new start is coming. I've been telling yous, everything's going to come full circle towards the end of June based on the current energies. It's all going to be totally dependent on what you do with this. I'm telling you now. Are you looking towards the light of hope and optimism, or are you continuously beating the drum of how it is and how it's been, and really become too fixated on the injustice of certain things? So the new start is coming. They got new moon, but I do think it's going to be propelled by this full moon. So do what you got to do. I am seeing a lot of karmic backlash coming to those who are trying to project fear, worry, concern onto others. Got a very heavy download and visuals last night. I'm pretty sure it was my mum coming in. You probably saw the post if you follow me on Facebook or in the community section here. You know, I can see it, I can feel it. I'm not going to get into it. But yes, please just know that the closer we are to source, the less power you have over us. Let's just say that. All right, so we're getting to some fairies and we'll see what they have to say. So the answers we need are coming, but what do you need to release? It's time to look at the bigger picture because a new start is coming. Yes, indeedy it is. Look, we got spring. So here we're just about to enter winter. So don't be surprised if through winter you do start manifesting some wonderful opportunities, or you just find yourself in a more peaceful place. You know, in winter we like to curl up and we love to sit around fires and we like to rug up and be nice and comfy and stuff like that. I do see opportunities and options coming in for people to do that. So if that's what you're asking for and that's what you need, please know that it's all coming in for you. Either that or it's going to go the complete opposite way. The complete opposite way. It could be, you know, running away, escapism, sabotage, you know, and just be mindful of energies that may be around you who are trying to create this in your life. You know, it's real, like I say, assertiveness, standing in your own power, knowing what you want, giving less airtime to those things that you don't want, putting up your shields, cleansing yourself at the end of the day, all that type of stuff, and especially the manifestation side where you set your sight on a goal and you create daily action steps, inspired action steps to get you to where you're going. It's going to pay off for you, I promise you. It won't be wasted. Right now, it is going to feel like you've got a ball and chain on the back that you're trying to drag with you, but that's not going to hang around forever. And a couple of weeks in linear time. Couple of weeks. It'll come sooner to those doing the work. It may come a bit later for those who are just dabbling or whatever. Either which way, by springtime, I say springtime in Australia, that's the energy I feel. So if you're in a different country, hello, you choose, I would go like September, from September onwards. I see a lot of fun, a lot of laughter, a lot of playfulness, a lot of joy. You know, you are the creator of that. I see a lot of that happening from September onwards anyway. Look, we got business ventures. So some of you are going to start focusing on maybe your working, your career shifts and all that sort of stuff. I'm going to I have to make a decision myself at the moment when it comes to my career, my work and my business and all that sort of stuff. So this resonates with me. That's why I had a little bit of a giggle at the beginning. I'm going, oh yeah, okay, here we go. But if you do want to, if you are spending time trying to launch a business venture, or you've got an idea that you want to start giving birth to, anything like that, you're being really encouraged to give that a lot of airtime right now. I'm seeing a lot of career success. I'm seeing a lot of business success. I see companies and businesses actually starting to elevate, especially after the last few years. It's going to be totally dependent on your level of consciousness. If you're focused on lack, scarcity, not enough, all that sort of stuff, so it is. And so it is. But if you are focused on service and knowing that the money and all the resources on the material plane are a byproduct of the way that you think and you feel and your energetic investment and time that you put into things, they just said you don't have to make it perfect. So if you're holding back right now on any sort of career or business change because you're trying to make it too perfect or something like that, you're sort of sabotaging yourself. So just be mindful of that. But if you do want to create a new business venture for yourself and you've been humming and hawing, you really need to trust and follow through on this idea or this career opportunity. I've been coaching and mentoring a lot of people this week with the same sort of thing. I myself as an individual have big choices when it comes to what I'm going to do for my career and business from this moment forth. But what I love about it is that if we just keep projecting out to the universe what we want, we use our imagination more, we can do physical practices like meditations, visualizations, vision boards, anything like that, it's going to pay its dues. September's really highlighted here. Really. So don't put the cart before the horse. Don't try to push this, rush this, you know, get all caught up in your head about it. It's about trusting the process, going with the flow. Connect with nature. That's why I had to do this out here today. Been encouraged to do exactly the same thing. We really need to get grounded, get a little bit more stability. A lot of people, if you do have addictive tendencies right now, this can be the need for constant stimulation from people, the need to go out and socialize a lot more. This can be, you know, alcohol, drinking, smoking, drugs, anything like that as well. It can be just thoughts and belief patterns. It's going to be so different for everybody. You know what you do that trips you up, and there's never any judgment coming from us, so to speak, but they're really, really encouraging everyone. You may just have a natural urge to do this. Like, instead of having, you know, that meat pie and sausage roll, I might just go and grab a sandwich and sit in the park. It could be something as simple as that. But Spirit are really asking you to connect with nature. It's very shamanic, I'm getting into a lot more of my shamanic practices myself, because it is all part of this new start that's coming in. It's about living a life a little bit more holistically. That doesn't mean that things have to be boring and mundane. It doesn't mean you can't have a drink, or it doesn't mean you can't have that meat pie or do whatever, but everything in moderation, everything in balance. And it's doing it from a better feeling space rather than doing something to cope or to manage or to obliterate or push aside or something like that. So, yeah. So if you get out in nature a little bit more, listen to the birds, listen to them. I was out here this morning just going, got big choices to make. What am I going to do? And one black cockatoo was squawking, going across the sky. So I just went, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Look at that. Emotional healing just jumped out. So there is a lot of emotional healing happening to every single individual. Some people are reacting and resisting this up level in emotion. Some people are going with it. They're trusting it. They're acknowledging that they just want to feel better. To make the decisions to feel better, sometimes it is difficult because we have to maybe let someone down or feel like we're disappointing someone or hurting their feelings or doing something like that. But we really need to step out of that type of mentality. It is kind of codependent in some way. You know, you'll never be able to really fully know or understand how someone else is going to perceive something or whatever. But at the end of the day, if you love others, this can be family, intimate connections, co-workers, bosses, it could be anyone of that nature. But, you know, if people do raise their level of consciousness, especially if you're in the 4D, 5D, you just want the best for everybody. You really do. And it just reminds me of when I left my eldest boy's dad. You know what I mean? I mean, great people. We just had the end of our cycle, and I just sort of said to him one day, you know, I love you enough to set you free so you can find the right people that are the right person or whatever that, you know, are more aligned with you and stuff like that. Didn't get it at the time, but come back and thank me later. But sometimes we just got to love people enough to either release them and then ask spirit to bring in the right people for them without guilt or apology, because you always got to do what's right for you first. Or, you know, I see a lot of people, if you're not wrapping up a karmic cycle here, you're just going to repeat the same old processes with the same old people, and it's drama and it's chaos and it's conflict, and, you know, then you'll be reaching out to me to help sift and sort that for you, and that's not what we want. That's not what we want. But, you know, this can be anything, guys. This can be just, you know, emotional trauma that you've had with family in the past. It could be the way that you were brought up. The trick, the thing at the moment is that's a level of awareness. It's a level of consciousness that's happening across the planet right now. And everyone's going through something different emotionally in different aspects of their life. You know, it could be the career. If you've been really unsatisfied in your career and your work and all that sort of stuff, and you feel like, you know, you're not being validated, not being rewarded at your job or whatever, it's going to cause an emotional reaction to you. But it's time to intuitively respond in a better way to that situation. And sometimes it is just knowing that you deserve better and that you've launched your rocket of desire, that you do want better. And now I have to sort of take some lineal time and some self-love and self-care to work out what that looks like for me. Who's involved in that? Because it's going to come in. This is part of this new start that's coming in, and it's going to come within the next 2 to 3 weeks. So one more of these. But as you heal your heart to old emotional pain, you will receive new blessings and love. And I think a lot of people are seeing evidence of this, but they just don't know what to do with it, because maybe you haven't known what it's like to be treated nicely. Maybe you don't know what it's like to live without constant external stimulation to make you happy. Maybe you don't know what it's like to trust or to believe or to think positively or whatever it is for you. I think that's what's going on. The universe is trying to pull you this way and go, come into love and acceptance and optimism and hope and joy and bliss and all that sort of stuff. And yet here I am still sort of looking at how it is and how it's been, and, you know, maybe vibrating in the fear of it a little bit. So like I say, guys, if you connect with nature, you don't have to be a big guru or anything. Connect with nature. You'll get your answers, whether it's through one of the elements. Could be the grounding from, you know, grounding from standing on the Mother Earth. It can be, you know, getting your answers from the animals and the creatures around you. It could be from the wind. I get that a lot. So it could be anything. Could be anything. But if you do the energy work between now, especially towards the end of June, it's going to start taking off for you. And by September, you could possibly be living your dream life with your dream people, in your dream job, in your dream career, whatever it looks like for you. It's your job now to project that and see what it looks like. One more of the fairies and we'll quickly get into some tarot, taking a bit longer. Yeah, look at that. They're asking you to ask for what you want. You got to place your order. Pretend that the universe, and I know it's really hard to form a connection this way, especially if you're new, but place your order with the universe and treat them like they're your restaurant. Pretend you're coming, visualize that you're sitting down at a restaurant and you know that if you look at the menu and you decide of what you want, that the waitress is going to come. They're going to take your order. And you know that once it goes back to the kitchen, you know, it's going to be prepared for you. And you just got to be patient until your ticket goes through the list. You know what I mean? You don't sit there, you don't go back there and say, excuse me, is my meal? I mean, some people probably do, but that's ego. But you don't go to the thing and say, excuse me, like, where's my meal? I ordered it 8 minutes ago and la, 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 la. You know, you don't do that. And you can't do that with the universe either. You place your order with the universe, you ask them for what you want, you get into harmonious thought and feeling about it. You just stamp it as done, you know that it's going to come in, you stay flexible in the way that it's going to come in, and you enjoy your now. You find aspects of your now that you can be really grateful for or appreciate. You spend time with loving, kind, generous, nurturing people. If you know, connect with Mother Earth and go do a spiritual practice that's on your own. Maybe you need to go for a hike or something. Yeah. You just got to do something other than what you're doing if it's not serving you. Let's just say that, if it's making you feel like crap. All right. All right, let's get into some tarot. See what the tarot says. Tarot is my fortune-telling tool. I am not a tarot reader. I do not read the tarot card meanings. I show you. You can Google it if you want. The tarot just helps me keep a timeline of what spirit are trying to give me. Woo! Yes, look at that. What I'm going to tell you. You got to place your order with the universe. You need to know that your prayers are being heard. You know, your prayers are being heard. And here's spirit over here sort of saying, you know, which one would you like? Would you like love first? Would you like, you know, the abundance first? Would you like this? They can come all at the same time. There's no lack. And it's only us that pinch ourselves off from receiving everything all at once. But at the end of the day, you need to know, and we are here to tell you that your prayers are being heard. So please, ask for what you want now. Ask for what you want and get fixated on that. You know, feel it before it happens. Think it into being. You are calling it in, whether you believe it or not. It's not going to feel like that right now, especially if you're in the emotional healing side. You know, that's why we need to ground ourselves and get in touch with nature, or at least hang around people that are at least a little bit more high vibe and a little bit more dewy and, you know, a little bit more, you know, that unconditional, without judgment and all that sort of stuff. If it's about a business or a career or your abundance, your money, you need to get into alignment with it. I think there's 2 or 3 people that I read for during the week and they had all the goods going on, but it was just their mindset that was letting them down. So I hope if you're watching this, you're doing your affirmations and scripts and all the processes that I gave you, because by spring it's going to come into fruition. I'm telling you. So yeah, don't feel at the moment that nothing's happening, nothing's working. Everything that you do in your energetic stream, you have to allow it time to gain momentum. You have to allow it. It takes linear time so much. But you'll start getting whiffs of it. You'll start getting snippets of it. It might be a nice little acknowledgement or validation from someone. You may score a really good deal on something that you've been wanting to buy forever. You know, you may start getting people asking you out on dates. You may have people that are actually saying, oh yes, send me your resume and I'll have a look at it. You'll get little snippets between now and the end of June, but I feel like you can have the potential of feeling much more emotionally stable by the end of June should you do the work. Yes. So powerful, hey? So powerful. Yes, a lot of you are coming into abundance. And it depends on what it looks like for you. Some of you just want to feel abundant in love, and that's what's coming in for you. You will feel safe, secure, loved, nurtured in a relationship. If it's money, there is unexpected money that's coming in, you know, and if it's not cash in the pocket, it can be, you know, you may be gifted something of value. There's some type of value on a financial sense. This is in the money stream, they just said. In the money stream, in the financial stream, if you've been waiting for payouts, or there's any legal stuff happening when it comes to money or something, keep your emotions and energy high, because I feel like this is going to go in favor for someone. I feel like people do have enough resources that have value coming in for them, where they get to start creating the life they desire, or start living the life they desire here. It's just all based on how we feel about it and what we think is true. Now the kookaburras are going off. You need to communicate your needs. Communicate your needs to yourself, to those around you, and also to source. It's a birth of new ideas, birth of new things. And trust me, new is scary sometimes, even though it's exciting and it's palpable and you get all woo-hoo about it. You know, it's still kind of scary, because emotionally, you know, you don't want to get hurt. You don't want something to go pear-shaped. It's going to take a lot of trust. It really is. But you are being divinely guided right now. Everything's been divinely orchestrated. It's all going to happen in divine timing. We need to trust the process. And if you do need extra resources to make this happen, or whether it's support, whether it's money, whether it's answers, whatever it is that is for you, it's coming in. So pay attention. Try to be as relaxed as you can over the next 2 weeks. You've been intuitively guided to where it's meant to be. There are going to be improvements in the family life, the family home, family connections, family dynamics. If you do have a crappy family, then, you know, you're just going to have to love them where they are and just say, thanks for all the lessons, I'm moving on. Look at that. Here comes the emotional high with the Ace of Cups here. These can also be very, very emotional conversations that you may start having with people as part of this healing process. You know, a lot of people may be resisting this because A, I don't want to get hurt. B, this could backfire. C, I may not get the response that I'm expecting or wanting. But if you don't know, you don't know. You've got to get into a place of knowing. And one thing that Spirit really wants you to know is that you do deserve the best. You do. You deserve to be happy. You deserve to live in bliss. You deserve prosperity. You deserve joy. You know, you don't rely or depend on those things to make you feel good. They're a byproduct of you feeling good. So if you're not feeling good right now, that's your job. That's your energetic work, to find things, to make changes, to create shifts before this new start comes in, to get into emotional alignment with what you're asking for. This has been the ongoing message for the last, I don't know what, month? Because it's coming in. It's coming in. Some of you may just need to spend some more time alone. Stop influencing your energy with other shit. Like, I'm going to get really passionate because I love this shit. But stop influencing your stuff with other things that aren't congruent with your growth. Yep. You need to stand up for yourself. You need to grow a pair. Stop worrying about what everyone else is doing, how everyone else is going to react to something. You know, you're missing out. It's you that's missing out if you are more worried about what other people are thinking. This energy to me is the people-pleasing type of energy, and I think you're learning how to release those people-pleasing ways. You know, I think a lot of you are waking up, especially with the ascension in consciousness right now, to go, you know, life is an energy exchange. What I put out there is coming back to me, and if I'm giving all the time and I'm not getting anything back, stuff that, nah. Don't tolerate it. You don't have to. And people and Spirit is saying, like, if you release that, and you've got to do it softly and gently, because it's not something you can just flip overnight, because most of the people in this energy are very kind, very nurturing, it's just who they are. It's just who they are. And I'm like that. But I've got to have my boundaries too. I've got to sit there and say, without regret or apology, no, I'm sorry. That's why even when it comes to my work, I say to everybody, I am only willing to help those who want to help themselves. And it's not because I'm dismissing lower vibe energies or anybody else. It's just, that's my boundary. I don't want energy vampires coming and sucking me dry and trying to take away my precious time, energy, and all that sort of stuff. So it's definitely a time to set boundaries, you guys. You need to stand up for yourself. You will be so grateful that you do over the course of the next 3 months if you do this. You know, a lot of grounding here. Got to ground yourself. Here comes offers. So I think this is business work offers. This can be offers in love and romance as well. It's going to be different for everybody, and maybe both for some. I don't know. The Knight is a very slow-moving energy. This is a card of inspiration to me, so maybe you're just slowly being inspired by new things, and you're starting to get that little bit of feeling a little bit more motivated to shift and change. That could be it. If you're not experiencing it now, it's definitely going to come in for you. I feel like I need to trust the process. I do see a lot of fear and worry and concern coming up for a lot of people that, you know, maybe they're going to get hurt, or it's just going to be the same old, or something here. What I love to finish this off with is that you're going to be victorious. You follow your heart right now. You follow that best feeling space within yourself without trying to make everything perfect or, you know, totally congruent, so to speak. You are going to be victorious. These are the doormats that are waking up. These are the people that are coming out of the 3D reality and stepping into the 4D. I feel and know where you are, because when you're trying to reach the 4D reality, you do start vibrating energetically better. And those who are very strong in the 3D will start trying to pull at you. They'll start trying to take from you. They'll start trying to influence you. They will try to keep you where you were for their own benefit. So don't do it. Don't do it. Get into spiritual groups if you have to. Listen to positive podcasts. Do whatever you have to do right now to close out this negative emotional challenge that you've had going on. You do so by coming back to self and reflecting and focusing on those things and desires that you do want and start projecting them. You stand your ground. You set your boundaries. If it doesn't feel good, don't do it. But also, if you are creating a shift, that it's going to take a bit of linear time and momentum to get going. So don't quit before the magic happens, you guys. You do have the resources coming in for what you want with this, whether it is just the loving support of somebody, you know, that unconditional loving support, whether it is the financial side of things, whether this is just an offer from someone who's going to validate you in some way. It's going to come in different for everybody. So please continue to do the energy work for the next couple of weeks, especially. If you are struggling, please pop your comments down below. Obviously, guys, I should just say too, a lot of people are inboxing me and stuff at the moment. I'm like flat out when it comes to readings and trying to get my own life in order and all that. I've got a priority list right now. So you're probably best to leave it under a post or something so I can see it easily and effortlessly. And I'll try to create a post to support you in some way, but I can't answer, I just can't answer private messages at the moment. So I'm not dismissing you and not being rude or anything like that, but there's only one of me and lots of you, and I do have other commitments as well. So just know that. All right, so victory is going to be ours because this new start is coming. We need to nurture our emotional selves more. We need to empower ourselves more. We need to make better feeling choices for ourselves. We do this now and keep this momentum going and accept the answers and the resources that are coming in. By September, we should be, in some way, living the life that we desire as individuals. All right, let's get some deities. If you believe in a higher consciousness and you want to be guided by someone in particular that you can call upon, I'm going to ask Spirit to give us a couple of these. Oh, there's too many. All right, we got Gaia. Beautiful. The world is your oyster. Do not allow yourself, your ego, or external influences to hold you back anymore. You go get yours. Earth connection. Be mindful of the planet. Come back to Earth and stay grounded. They said that in the reading. So it's about connecting with Mother Nature. They are trying to connect with you right now. So call upon Gaia. Reconnect with Earth. Some of you do have your head in the clouds a little bit too much. Maybe you do have to come down to Earth every once in a while. I know this myself. Like I'll do weeks, like this week, or the last week and a half really, I've had back-to-back readings. And I've had people trying to energetically pull at me all week from all different angles. And I lost my connection with, you know, my earthing and stuff like that. And I knew it and I felt it. So it's about creating that balance for yourself. Oh, these literally all wanted to come out, so we'll take them all. All right, we got Isis. So we got magic manifesting. Like I say, law of attraction. If you haven't already, I haven't received much feedback on whether you like it or not, but over on my Buy Me a Coffee platform, I do have my Law of Attraction for Beginners ebook over there for free if you want to go and download it. The link's down below. But we are heading into a time, it's all about manifestation. So if you want to do yourself a favor right now, the weather's beautiful for it. Cuddle up, get in some nice warmy jammies, you know, smell nice, look nice, and get into a nice bed with a nice cuppa and, you know, read up on the law of attraction and really start getting some knowledge and because, you know, knowledge is power. Start getting some knowledge about something that's bigger than yourself, especially when it comes to law of attraction. But anyway, your dreams, visions, and goals are becoming reality, so stay focused. They never disappoint. Then we got Lady Nada, Heart Awakening. Awaken to acceptance and divine love. Give and receive in balance. I'm not even going to go into it. I just said it all. Been saying it for the last few weeks. So everything's balanced. Oh, what's up, baby? And a Mother Mary. Beautiful. Look. Got it on today. Got it on today. Mother Mary, love and peace. Let go of the need to be right. You need to choose peace. Mother healing is possible at this time. So maybe some of you are healing disconnect or discord with a mother-like energy in your life or someone who has made their transition. If it's your mum that has made their transition and you still feel any sort of guilt or worry or concern or whatever, they're sending you their love. Call upon Mother Mary. She's definitely coming down to nurture everyone as we all go through this emotionally healing time. Absolutely. So one more, we're going to get a self-care if you are a doer like me. And you'll have to do new things, try new things, look after yourself, grow, expand as a beautiful person you are. Let's see what Spirit want to say with a self-care card. Little process that we could probably do today. Do today. Like I said, do it today. So do today. All you have is now. All you have is now. Play. Find little moments of fun in the everyday. Keep a bat and ball handy. Throw a frisbee. By taking moments to play, you're fueling yourself with endorphins. I don't know whether this came out last week, but anyway. Yeah, so go out and play. It doesn't always have to be serious about connecting with Mother Nature and meditating and go, woo. It doesn't always have to be like that. Find the joy with where you are. Play with people that you are coming in contact with, you know, and once again, if it doesn't feel good, just don't do it. Just don't do it. Don't give it airtime. All right? All right, guys, I hope that made sense. I'll be back next week for our star signs. Once again, guys, don't forget that I do have a community section over here. I know that you're seeing it, but no one's liking or commenting, and that's okay. But if YouTube, the community is not your thing here, by all means, jump over on Facebook because we're very active over there as well. So I am wishing you the most soothing, relaxing, calming week ahead. And as I said it, the sun come out. Please know that things are going to get better, you guys, and it's not what happens to you, it's what you do with it. So please know that that source, Mother Mary, is really on your side. And yeah, I know it's difficult, but hang in there. All right, guys, so much love to you, and have a great week. Bye.